There we go.
Yeah. Ooh. It's episode 22 of the Medellin podcast.
There we go.
What are we going to be drinking today, Joel?
We're going to be drinking some Hendrix gin and some Wint vodka. Wint, mint with the W. Never heard of it? Well, we're going to do it. What's so special about today, Andrew?
Well, we got one of our basketball buddies here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Not yet. Still haven't got there.
Last name Davis.
Sammy Davis Jr. up in the house.
Taught both of them everything they know.
It's Andrew Macia and Joel Duncan for the Medellin podcast, episode 22.
Episode 22. It's a long way. We're
Yes,
on 22
sir.
episodes.
How are you doing today, Joel?
You know, I'm great. The beard is fresh.
Yeah,
you know.
your beard's looking fresh.
Yeah. Pipe, shout out to Pipe at London City Barber Shop.
AKA Pipe.
AKA Pipe. For those, I could see some foreigners coming in and calling him Pipe because
Yeah.
his name's Pipe. That's a little weird. Pipe. Hey, Pipe. Nice to meet you. How you doing, man?
Yeah, so today, well, before we get into the drinks, you can find us on all of the major podcast platforms.
Yep.
You can also find us on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, shout out and make comments, man. We want to hear from you guys. If you guys want anything to be talked about, if you guys want to be interviewed, we're taking numbers.
Yeah.
Today, what are we drinking today, Joel?
Well, we're drinking some Hendrix, some gin. This is I'd say a little higher end gin, given to us by our friend Maximilian.
Yeah, shout out.
From Sweden. Even though he didn't bring the Hendrix from Sweden, he brought it from the duty free. And over here we've got, it feels like a wooden bottle. We've got a bottle of Wint and Lila, Wint and Lila vodka. And I've never tried that, never even heard of it. Andrew picked it up, and I hope we don't get to the gin. I hope we just stick to the Wint.
Nah, I'm sorry. We're gonna get to the gin.
We're gonna get to the drink.
We
So
gonna get to the gin.
we this is the Young Alcoholics Anonymous
this is
today.
Yeah, are you even of age?
Man, at the moment I'm not. Nah, I'm just kidding.
No, we can't have underage people on the
man,
show.
nah.
Everyone are first underaged. No,
We're gonna get them drunk.
Next, people come hating on us talking about how we're interviewing underage people.
The only underage allowed is me.
Yeah, the 30 plus.
Under the age of 50. Get the hell out of here.
Yo,
So who we have today? Who are you, man?
Man, I'm Sammy Sambuco. Y'all know how it is. Just talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all. Just
Oh,
kidding.
Wow, dang.
Man,
All right.
just it's all love out here, man. We with Andrew and Joel, Felipe, all
Yeah.
loving this. It's family.
We've
here.
never been actually introduced before, but thanks, Sammy. Thank you for introducing
Yes,
us.
thank you
I
for
feel a little
introducing
Family,
us.
family. Let's get
I
this.
feel a little
Let's get
special.
this.
I feel a
Word
little
up.
special.
So, yeah, Sammy, I met Sam. We met like how many years ago?
Like 5 or 6 years.
5
ago.
or 6 years ago. How old were you then?
I believe.
I could fly.
I believe.
Yeah, Sully, that sounded like he was gonna break into an R. Kelly's. Are we allowed to say R. Kelly on this podcast?
Nah, man, we
I don't know.
can't.
We could end up with lawsuits calling out Kells. 5
So,
years
yeah.
ago.
I believe.
You're like
I be-
16, right?
Yeah, 16. 5
How old
years
are you
ago,
now?
16. I'm 21 right now, man.
Damn, were you just trying to test his math? He's like, how old were you 5 years ago?
No.
16. So
I
how
think
old
everybody
are you
just
now?
knows my math because I had to
Okay.
ask how
Yeah,
old you're now.
You gotta ask.
Gotta ask you the question, man. How old? So you are legal in
You
the
are
States.
of legal age.
You're allowed because, you know, like you gotta be legal in the States too to be drinking on this show because we respect everyone.
Wait, what is
Okay.
the legal drinking age in Colombia?
18.
18.
Non-stop.
So you've been
I
legal.
thought it was if you could see over the bar.
Yeah.
That's what I
order a
thought
drink.
illegal.
If you can order a
That's how
drink.
long Felipe's been drinking. See,
Yeah.
since you could see over the bar, right?
Yeah.
For real,
Yeah.
for real.
100%.
No,
100%. All right.
yeah, so we met playing basketball.
Yeah, we met playing basketball.
Yeah, for those of you guys that are coming to Medellin and want a ball, just join our group on Facebook. We're called the Medellin Basketball Association. We play every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
Although I'm getting old, man.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
remember I used to play every
Yeah,
single fucking day?
we always used to play at a court near Jarrett's Park.
Yeah.
That's where we met.
Yeah.
I even met Joel there. I remember that.
Yeah.
And man,
That's when I still had them hips.
Yeah, you still had
Yeah.
them hips. We were playing good, man. I was just getting to know the city.
Yeah.
And I needed to play ball, and I needed to play ball outside of like of Medellin. I needed to get like that that American basketball.
Yeah.
And I got it with you guys. And
You know, the funny thing is, just you mentioned that before we jump away from the Medellin Basketball Association.
Yep.
The one thing is, a lot of people will say, "Man, I don't know if I should come out. I don't know if I'm that good, or I don't know." You know, honestly, I think, at least I haven't played in a while, but there's all levels of players there, from like dudes that actually play or played professionally to some that honestly every layup goes over the backboard.
Exactly.
And they just do some absolute ridiculousness. But it's just a really good time to get out, meet a lot of good people in a good environment that's different than a club or a regular business meetup. So
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I play in tournaments with teams.
Same thing.
You do too?
Yep.
So
I'm sorry to cut you off, Andrew,
but-
but we were just on championship. We were campeones.
You were champs where?
In El Dorado.
Oh,
So that's why. Now we're going to Division 1.
No shit.
El
So you
Dorado.
guys got Division 2 champs?
Yeah, we were Division 2 champs.
Woo!
And yeah.
I forgot
Oh,
all
yo.
about the whole.
let's get it. Let's get it.
Yep.
All right.
Cheers, bro.
I have a flight. I don't want the 7 years of bad sex, so I'm going to take my drink and look at you in the eyes. But I have a flight tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and I hope that this podcast does not make me miss my flight.
Nah,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
I'll wake you up.
yeah.
I'll wake you up.
You wake
Don't
me up.
worry.
All right, cool, man.
I live with you, so I will wake you up.
Yeah, true. That's true. That's right.
Yeah. So basketball is a
Basketball's
big part of your life.
Yeah, it's very big for me, man. For me, like basketball is taking me or what I'm a man today. To be
Really?
honest. Yeah, man. Because I met you guys, and because of basketball, I've been meeting other people.
Right.
So, and I'm very vocal. I think you guys know.
Yeah. Well, we'll
And-
find out, because
Oh my
you're going to
God.
be singing.
Sometimes I
You're going to
gotta-
be singing.
No,
Sammy's going to be
me and
singing.
Sammy sometimes on the basketball court.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Yeah.
was before though.
Yeah,
Ever
yeah.
since I matured.
Yeah.
I got
You're
mature.
mature.
Now
Ever
now
since
I
the
don't-
mustache.
Now, yeah. Well, as I got older and I realized that I'm not fucking as agile as I was before.
Yeah.
I can't talk as much trash anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
Because you
yeah.
can't run away, or what?
No, because I can't back it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
snap.
I'm like, fuck, man. I'm missing threes. I'm missing open shots.
Oh,
You know,
really?
but it comes with age. But still, I go out there just just
have
for
fun,
cardio,
man.
have
Cardio.
fun.
Yeah.
Now it's even more fun actually. because
Sometimes I take them oranges and water and just watch on the sideline. I mean, that's what I've been reduced to. A fucking scrub.
No,
Yeah.
I'm making myself sound out like I'm a fucking old man, but no, we still
Nah.
ball. But yeah, so how long? Well, first of all, let me ask you, Sammy Sambuca.
Sambuco.
Sambuco.
Nah, you gotta remember, Sambuca's a drink.
Oh,
Well, why
that's
wouldn't you
right.
just name yourself Sambuca? I think it's, like it's a good name. I would,
Because the drink is already in present. Sambuco doesn't exist. It's me.
So
All
if we
right.
become friends after this, I'm going to save you on my phone as Sammy Sambuca with a Z. Just like how Andrew has me. After I've known Andrew for 8 years.
Yeah.
And if he shows you his phone, I'm saved as Joel Dunkin' Donuts. I am still Joel Dunkin' Donuts after
man.
8 years.
For like
And
8
literally-
years, yeah.
Like if anyways, but yeah, that's
And your
what
brother
it's like.
came, and now he's saved as Josh Dunkin' Donuts.
Josh
Josh
Dunkin'
Dunkin'
Donuts.
Donuts.
It's the Dunkin' Donut
Yeah.
twins.
So obviously you speak English very well. You speak Spanish fluently also.
Yes, Papa.
Were you born in Colombia?
I was born, but the thing is that I was not raised.
Where were you raised?
I was raised in Boston, Massachusetts. I usually say Boston because people don't know the city that I'm from. But
What's
I'm
that?
usually Everett, Massachusetts.
Everett, Massachusetts.
Everett,
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
What's that one where
02149.
all the Colombians are in New Jersey? What's it called?
Man, I believe that's Hoboken. I don't know.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Or Jersey City. I
You
really
guys
don't
talking
know.
about stuff that we Canadians do not understand.
Yeah. So okay. So you grew up in how old were you when you went over to?
I believe 8 months. I
You
wasn't
were-
even old yet. I was
yeah.
8 months.
You were just a baby. So
I
you were
was
just a
crying
baby.
on the plane.
So your
I say
first
that.
word was said in the United States, not here.
I would say that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I would say that.
So okay. So you grew up and you were raised in New Jersey.
Everett.
Sorry, in Everett, Massachusetts.
Everett,
sorry,
Everett.
in Everett, Massachusetts.
You can say
But-
Boston. You can say
But everyone
Boston.
says
You
Boston.
don't say
yeah.
Everett.
Yeah, just say Boston. Just say
Boston. Okay, Boston, Massachusetts. But so you grew up there until what age?
12. I grew up. I went to elementary. I went to middle school till 6th grade. And then I came back. I came back when I was 12. And
Okay.
4 days later was my birthday. So I was having my 13th birthday here.
Oh, wow.
in Colombia.
Okay. So do you still have family over there? And
I have the majority of my family's over there.
And
The
did you
majority.
speak Spanish at home with your family there?
Of course. I was like, all right, let me get some rice, arroz.
Yeah.
I need a food, like simple things. Like I want to eat. I need to go to the bathroom.
But is it just like Spanglish? Like every now and then you threw a Spanish word in, or but you never really like carried on a full on conversation with your family in Spanish?
Only my brother. But
Okay.
it was always Spanglish. Always,
Okay.
always. I never
Okay.
sustained a good
Okay.
Spanish conversation.
Okay. And then how long did it take you to pick that up once you came back here?
Like 6 months. It was quick.
6 months.
Yeah, he was
I
12
learned
years old.
I learned Spanish here in school in like 6 months.
Wow. That's pretty. I mean, that's pretty good. I did French. I mean, it wasn't full time. I did French for 2 hours or 3 hours a day for 2 years, and I still wasn't fluent. I spoke great at 12,
Yep.
up to 12 years old, and I actually stopped French after 2 years of like intensive French. And literally, I can say a few words now, but I don't
Okay.
remember anything. So yeah, that's good, man. 6 months is excellent.
Yep.
You gotta come. Tourists, the American folks gotta come down here when they're 12 and start learning, so they can speak when they're like 40.
They got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least spend summer school out here if you got kids and they're
And
they're
at
out
the end
for
of the
summer.
day, it works, man. It
Yeah,
works.
because you're immersed, right?
You're immersed and you're obligated to do it.
right.
You got to do it a day by day. That's why I always tell people, like, how can I learn English? They always tell me, and I'm saying, you know what? Do it day by day.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. We're gonna ask a lot of. I think one of our resolutions for this year on the show is to get deep and also get dirty. We are really good at the
Really?
dirty part, so we want to get on the deep part. But I'm just gonna formally apologize to everyone watching this episode, even though the rule is never to apologize, for me and Andrew's behavior in about half an hour from now, because we are 5 days in to our 0 carbohydrates
Oh.
and 0 sugar, even though this has a little bit of sugar diet. So I haven't seen rice, potatoes, or anything related to flour since last Sunday. And I just took like 2 sips of this, and it's already getting to my head.
Yeah, it's already kicking in.
It is kicking in, right? It's kicking in a little bit.
So on the deep tip, I want to ask Sam. So Sam, why did you come back
Man,
when you were 12?
when
This
I-
was what year?
2010.
Okay.
2010 was when this occurred. To be very honest with you guys, I was deported. I was deported when I was 12. They called my father. My father, like, I was in my dad's custody. My dad was like, you know what? He gave me the decision, though. That's the crazy part. He's just like, you want to stay or you want to go to Colombia? And I'm like, nah, I want to stay. Then like 2 weeks before we were traveling, I'm bringing you. I'm like, all right, let's go. And-
Wait. So he gave you a decision if you wanted to stay in the U.S.?
Yes.
Oh, but you think? Oh, so because of your dad.
Because of my
So
dad.
you were attached to your dad.
Exactly.
and he's the one that really got sent back.
So,
Exactly.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's turn it back. So when you were out there living in Everett,
Yep.
you were living only with your dad or with your mom too?
Only with my dad. Only with my dad.
Okay, so your mom still lives out there.
Yes.
Okay, but you're not as close to her, or
I haven't seen my mom in 21 years. Wow,
It's usually the other way around, isn't it?
Wow.
It's 21 years. I'm 21 years old, and I haven't seen her 21 years. To
holy
be
shit?
honest.
Yeah.
Wait, you haven't seen her since you were 8 months old? Is that what you're saying?
I would say that, yeah. Because I never
Holy
lived with
shit,
her.
man.
I never feel like that mother, like
The presence.
breakfast. I want breakfast in bed. Oh, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
sick. I
Yeah,
never
yeah,
felt
you never
that.
felt
It was
that,
always
yeah.
my dad. So
And
that's
he
why-
did that, though. He played that role.
Exactly.
Yeah, big ups to your
That's
dad.
big up to the dad.
Yeah, man.
Big up to the
your
men
dad.
that can do that.
He's
man.
the OG. He's the OG.
sure.
He's
Yeah,
the
okay.
OG.
Yeah, he's OG.
So he got for whatever reason, we don't need to get into the details, but he got deported, and he said, "Hey, you can stay here with who?"
With
In
my
the
brother.
US,
But
with
at
your
the
brother.
time, my brother was going to get married.
How old's your brother?
He's 32.
And he was at the time
23.
So you can stay with your brother, who was about to get married,
Yes, with his fiance.
with his fiance, or 12-year-old, uproot yourself. And had you been to Colombia before?
No.
So you'd never been to Colombia. Your choice is stay or go to Colombia with
Exactly.
your dad. You chose your dad.
You chose
Man,
your dad.
He
Yeah.
must love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, because of that decision, and like I'm older, I'm mature.
Yeah.
I know why he did it, and
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Right.
Okay.
So, yeah, another big question is, what was the process like when you guys got deported? Was it just, we hopped on a plane and then landed here, or what was that like?
For me, for that age, man, it was very like I wasn't understanding nothing. I gotta go to Colombia. I was telling my friends from school, middle school, yo, I don't think I'm going to Colombia. I think I'll be back in November. That's what I was saying.
November.
Yeah.
That's a nice month.
So-
that's like Wyclef, gone till November.
Exactly.
I like that. Okay.
I was like, all
Go
right,
ahead of your
I'll be
time.
back in November, this
Yeah.
and that, and And when I'm here, I'm like, nah, I love it here.
Right.
Okay.
I'm like,
You didn't
the
even
gym.
try.
Like first days, I'm like, yo, I'm getting homesick because I miss my childhood friends. I miss that. I miss playing ball over there. Things like
Sorry,
that.
what year is that?
2010.
And you were 12?
Yes, sir.
Dang, I came here in 2011.
I got here.
And I was a goddamn adult already. Oh my god.
So-
Okay, so I could have been the prophet. All right, that's all right.
Yeah, which is funny because in 2010, Obama was still president.
It was still under Obama.
Yeah, and
it was still under
I
Obama.
looked up the stats because I had heard, but I wasn't sure, and now I'm sure that Obama actually has deported more
than
people
Trump.
than Trump than any other president ever
I
in the
believe so,
history
yes.
of the country. But obviously, population's bigger. I guess it's kind of you can't really compare it. But either way, so you came back. But I guess what my question was, what was the process like? So what happened from the point where you guys were leaving over there? Did you guys have to go to a detention center? Did you have
Just my dad.
your dad had to go to the
That's it.
detention
Just,
center?
not me.
What did you?
in the U.S.?
In the U.S.
How long was he in the detention center?
Like 2 days.
Like 2 days, and then he was flown over here.
No. Then basically they pay the bail. Like you don't pay a bail. Detention center is done. Go home.
Who pays the bill?
It was my uncle that paid the bill.
Okay, so a
Yep.
family.
And what if
member
he
does-
didn't have money to pay the bill?
He would have
You know?
been there until deportation.
Yeah, which could have been like probably a year. or
No,
a few
the
months.
deportation was quick.
Okay.
My dad was caught. I remember the day. He was caught like on the 17th of January around this time.
Yeah.
And my deportation was on the 28th of March. So we had 2 months to
Okay.
get deported, but on a voluntary way.
Oh, okay.
After that, it would have been the government. All right, we'll go to the house.
Yeah, so it's not a forced deportation.
Exactly.
So I'm assuming that that's probably better. Like, let's say that one day you did want to go back or you wanted to apply for a visa or something. It'd probably be better chance since it was a voluntary
Yes.
leaving than,
Exactly.
than a forced deportation.
Exactly.
I-
On the
I see.
paperwork, it would come out like, you know what? It was on you.
But so what is that? Like you just you don't have to pay for your own plane to leave the country, do you?
Yes, we did.
You have to pay for your own plane?
Because it was
Yeah, it's
voluntary.
voluntary. Unless if you want to be in a detention center
Yep.
for a few months and then be
They'll study your
flown by the
case.
government.
Okay, so unless you so you can pay for your stuff and get
Yes,
out, or
exactly.
you can sit there in a detention center, and when the pro bono, the free flight out comes, they can assign you whenever they
Exactly.
want. Oh, okay, so Orange is the New Black is sort of accurate. I've been watching some Orange is the New Black with a bunch of women on the on bunk beds.
Well,
waiting
but
for-
if you get caught and you're a criminal, that's a different
It's
case.
a, yeah, it's a
that's
different
okay.
thing.
If
It's a
you're a
different
criminal,
thing.
then you have to be detained. They're
Okay.
not going to trust it. Well, unless
Oh,
if you
yeah.
make bail at some point. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're serving criminal charges,
Okay.
you're going to have to serve your time and then get deported.
Cool.
But anyway, so yeah, that's an amazing story.
do you
So-
remember? Before do you remember your day one in Colombia? Do you remember?
Oh, hell yeah.
So what was day
Yeah.
one like? What was day one
All
touching
right,
down?
I'm going to get into details of what my flight was.
Okay. Was that the
And-
first time on a plane?
No.
Oh, okay. Damn it, that would have been a
How,
better
how would I
story.
went there? I went
No,
on
no,
the
no.
plane.
Like
Oh, no,
you
did you
remember
remember?
consciously. That
Oh
you
yeah,
remember.
yeah, yeah. I
So,
remember.
did
I
you-
even remember what I was wearing.
Okay, so tell us. Talk
All
to
right,
us.
so 28th of March. All right, it was 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We had to go to Logan Airport, Boston, Massachusetts, and I just remember my brother with his fiance. He was like, you know what? I'll see you soon. That's it.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon. They were crying. I was like, I was confused. I was crying too.
Yeah.
My dad was like, all right, and then my uncle picked us up, and we just went to the airport. All right, we went through customs. I even brought my Xbox 360 in the bag. And
Nice.
customs are like, "Why are you bringing this?"
Yeah.
It's because I gotta play, man.
Yeah.
I gotta. I'm a gamer. I gotta
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
So, all right. So we went to North or South Carolina. I don't remember that. We did like a stop
layover?
there. Yeah, a layover. Stayed on the plane, and then we went to Miami. Miami, we just hopped on the plane when it said Colombia. And in Miami, I went to the bathroom, just like wondering, like, am I gonna see this again? When am I coming back? And then when we got onto the plane, all right, I fell asleep. Done 3-hour flight, and like when I hear the pilot saying, "Welcome to Colombia," my dad went to tears.
Really?
Yes,
That's
no
where he
lie.
broke
And
down?
I'm like, why are you crying, man?
Yeah.
Like, we going home.
Had you seen him cry before?
Not like that.
Okay.
I seen him crying, but not like that, man. I felt the emotion, and I was just 12 years old.
Yeah.
And I felt the emotion, so I hugged my dad, and we're like, you know what? We'll be home. And when we got off the plane, it was freaking hot, and then I had a Puma sweatpants and
Yeah.
a jacket. So I'm like,
Velour?
take it- yeah.
Were you in velour? Were you in that like? No, you know velour. What velour is?
No.
Like okay, never mind. But I just imagine you with like a velour Puma suit,
But
like a
deep
mafia,
sun.
like a mafia.
So I'm taking it off. I'm like, shit, it's cold. It's freaking hot.
Yeah.
Then we get the bags, and then I'm like, you know what? We're in Colombia, right? The first thing I asked is a chocoramo.
Really?
That's the first thing that I
Man,
asked.
Felipe, can you throw up a chocoramo up on this screen right
he'll
now?
throw it up.
That's
Let's have a drink to that.
that's it. I got a drink. Let's get a drink.
And both me and Joan are chocoramos. Tenemos ramos de choco.
So we got off the plane, chocoramo, went to customs, migration, basically immigration, and when we got out, we had a sign. Somebody picked us up, and the first thing I ate was a bandeja paisa. Right?
Really?
Yeah, at Doña Rosa at the airport.
At Doña Rosa?
Yeah.
I remember that, man. I remember.
Wow,
So
that's
we
great.
ate it, and then I fell asleep, going to the house. And when I got to the neighborhood, my grandmother, my other uncle, received me. All right, just chill. This is your room. Do what you gotta do. And I remember, like, I slept and I ate at night. I went onto the street because my dad, go to the street. I want you to play. So I went, and my neighbors, they're like, "Who's this kid?"
Yeah.
And I'm talking like, oh, mi nombre is,
Yeah.
and like, oh, this shit, he's Gringo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, man, I just got here.
Yeah.
So then they started, and they were telling me, yo, how do you say house in English?
Yeah.
How do you say car? How do you say this?
They're
And
so
I'm like,
curious.
and I'm like, I need to make friends. So I'm like,
Yeah.
casa, house,
Yeah.
car, carro, like that.
And
I'm
what
like,
neighborhood are you in right now?
Guayabal.
In Guayabal.
Guayabal.
Yeah, okay.
So all right, so then we're like, oh, you know what? Let's play soccer.
Yeah.
And we started playing soccer. We put two stones.
Yeah.
Somebody has a
Yes.
goalkeeper, gambeteo, tin, and you're ready to go. That was
Yeah.
my first day.
But you know what? That's actually it's such a different experience because I think like, it's going to sound a little creepy, but as you watch kids interact, even in a place that they've never been to.
Exactly.
A kid will walk onto a playground and stand like this, just looking at the kids, and then he'll go like something like, "Can I play?" or
Exactly.
something. Boom,
Exactly
and
like
minutes
that.
later, assuming that he's not the type of kid that's gonna get bullied or whatever, he or she will be like, "Can I play?" Or they'll look in, or some other kid will look and be like, "Come play," and
Exactly.
everybody plays. Day one, you have friends.
Exactly.
I think it's way tougher as an adult. You can't roll
Oh,
up in the
yeah.
hood and be like, "Can
I
I play?" They'd be like, "I'll box the shit." You know what I mean? Like you're not doing that. So it's a really different perspective for you. It's like right into the playing. It's like from Everett in the street playing with your friends to here in Guayabal playing with your friends.
Exactly.
And just a question to put things in perspective. How long had your dad been out of Colombia before? Like, what was his return?
12 years.
12 years. Okay.
12 years.
Okay. Cool. Wow.
Yeah. So you got here in 2010. You were 12 years old.
Yep.
Obviously, you need to go to school. So you started school here.
I started school, but I started school whack. Like, I was a bad student. Reason why is because I didn't know the language.
Oh, okay. So you were
So
behind.
I was in the States. It was I was in 6th grade, and like over here, it's only 11 grades. So they stayed me back 1 grade because it's
Your age.
no,
Imagine.
because to level it up.
Oh, okay.
But because I didn't know Spanish, they put me back 2 grades.
Okay.
So it was kind of bad. But at this moment, I'm blessed to have that they did that decision because
Right. Because you learned the language.
exactly.
Yeah.
But were you like best friends of everybody? Because you're like, I mean, if I were the only, call it gringo kid rolling into some other place that, and 2010, if anybody's watching this right now, you gotta understand because I came here in 2011.
Yep.
And 2010 Medellin is night and day compared to what you know
Yes.
it right now. Like you'd see the odd foreigner going up and down La 10. It's not like, don't picture like, oh, you know, somebody spoke to like 10 foreigners today.
Yes.
You would have been the only foreigner in Guayabal that they had seen potentially ever.
Exactly.
Other than some other dude, you know, that had been walking through there. So for you must have been like the hometown hero coming through.
I would
that.
say I was like the new kid of town.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can get out of him.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
And my nickname in where I live, and still till today, is Gringo.
El Gringo.
El Gringo.
Yeah, I know. I heard it. Before.
It's like, hey, El Gringo. I'm like, what's up?
On that, I wish I could pull up. I'm going to give you the photo, Felipe, so you can throw it up. I saw this. I don't even know his name. I'm sort of embarrassed because I like reggaeton. But this guy has this reggaeton singer look. this one dude that I saw today, and he had like these rings on his hands and shit. And I said, man, Sammy's just missing the rings. El Gringo, you gotta get into
nah,
you,
man.
you know who I'm talking about?
I think
and
so.
he has a haircut just like you.
I think
I'm gonna
so, I
search
think so.
that shit up. What? You know reggaeton singers?
No, he likes salsa. He's a salsa. He's a salsa.
He's all
guy.
salsa.
I know. I'm gonna find. We're gonna put it up on screen.
All right, so you got back and you got into school. You were behind, but
Yep.
then eventually you got into high school.
I got into high school here too. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same school. That the main difference about like the high schools and middle schools in the States, it's all in one school here.
Okay, so
Over there in the
it's
States,
different.
middle school is middle school. Then you go to another building, it'll be high school.
Right.
Over there in the States. Over here, everything's together.
Everything's together, all the way from like first grade and
Transitioned. That's basically preschool.
Oh, okay.
Preschool to 11th.
Oh,
And
preschool.
depending on the size of the institution, you can do
Exactly.
your whole student career there, like from kindergarten to
The 11th grade.
Man, that's good
to
and
high
bad,
school.
man.
Well,
That's good
no,
and
not
bad.
really. Well, let's think about it. Let's talk about it. So you did high school, and in your high school, there were kids that were super young. Like
I was the oldest. I was 2 years older
you were the oldest, but then high
In
school.
your class, not in
In-
your school.
in my class, yeah.
Yeah, in your class, but then obviously in your school, you were supposed to go all the way into 11th grade, right?
Yes, sir.
So, how was that experience like going to school with like kids that were younger? And
It was kind of fun, man.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, I felt like a father figure. Reason why? Because I'm like, yo, I already did this.
yeah.
I don't need to
I've
do
been
this.
here
I was just chilling at the class. I was very indisciplined. That's kind of like
Undisciplined.
undisciplined. I used to fuck around so much, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much. Like I used to do the English class. Like
Yeah.
my teacher, her name was Sarah. She was like, you know what? You do it. I don't even want to do it. And I'm like, all right.
Did we have somebody like this that taught the class?
Yeah,
what was that?
yeah. What was it?
was that?
Jacqueline's kid. When when the teacher was sick,
Yeah.
they put the kid to like
And the
go
kid's
in front
like
of class.
8.
Yeah,
8-year-old.
And
And
so-
I'm-
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, she
Answer
was-
some questions.
she was in first grade and she was teaching the fourth grade guys.
Yeah,
That's
kids.
some crazy shit, but that's an experience. I bet none of your Everett friends have that story.
Oh, hell no. I know that.
So like high school here in I guess do the schools have like basketball teams?
Yes,
Like in
yes.
the US where they have like a
I
varsity.
made it in 5th grade.
You made the varsity basketball team in fifth grade?
Yeah.
What does varsity mean? I never heard of that.
varsity
We don't
is
use
kind
that.
of like
We do.
like the
No, we don't. Canadians don't.
top notch, like the first division of the school.
Of
I
the
say
school.
that.
So
That's the-
usually the older kids.
That's the team that
Yeah.
represents us. It doesn't have to be older
Yeah.
kids. It's just
Oh,
the
just
best
Like
team
team.
if they want to
represents.
play
Okay.
state finals or anything, that's the team.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually thought those jackets were called Leatherman until Andrew was cracking up. He's like, "What the hell's a Leatherman?" He's like, "It's a Letterman, like a letter, Letter." And
because
I'm
you
like,
get
"God
letters."
damn!" I was calling that shit a Leatherman because I used to see like some leather patches and shit on it, and like
Yep.
the letter would always be in like a leather or anyways, fuck it. But that's how like Canadian I am. I don't even know that
So you played basketball in the high school. Did the high school also have like those dances? Like in the U.S., you have like prom, homecoming, winter formal.
Not really.
No dances or anything.
shit. That's
When-
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
When I graduated, the first like everybody like Colombian people love to party. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
Of course.
So
They don't need a dance to tell them, oh, we gotta go
yeah,
party.
so
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the school was like, all right, we'll do your graduation, we'll give you your diploma, and we're all like this. Yo, what we gonna do at 6? What we gonna do at 6?
Yeah.
And at 7, we're already fucked up. Everybody. And we're all dancing at a club.
What do you mean by
Wait,
fuck
wait,
up?
wait, hold on. But we don't. Some schools do prom, but it's on the students to do it.
Oh,
like
yeah,
for
yeah,
example,
yeah.
we did it. We did prom, but it was on us. You
guys
But what we
organized it.
do that everyone does is going to what?
Parquelleras.
No, wait. To the beach. We go on like a full-blown 5-day vacation.
I don't know. Maybe your school's
No,
not.
no,
I,
it's
I
a-
know. I remember this story too. That was okay. So Felipe started working out, going to the gym, and being a little more healthy about 2-3 years ago. But when I first told him,
Yep.
you know, what about the gym, blah, blah, blah. He was telling me, he's like, listen, man, I have done exercise and worked out once in my life. And I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm making this shit up. I'm like, once in your life? We play sports, we
Yep.
grew up doing that. He's like, yeah, man. And it was high school graduation.
Yep.
At San Andres?
Yep.
They went to an island. And so How long before going on this trip did you start your hardcore workout?
Like 4 months.
He did.
Oh my.
So he did a 4-month workout just because it was a special thing.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
special thing to go on that trip.
I wanted to lose the belly that I did not lose.
Yeah, of course he didn't lose because you probably didn't know anything about nutrition.
Yeah.
Just over there doing the little
There's-
sit-ups in the corner and nothing changed.
Yep, nothing's gonna change.
Yeah.
So all right. So you guys partied and
We
drank
just
and
went to the clubs. Everybody, because at that time everybody was getting their IDs. Everybody was getting their IDs.
Oh yeah, because to clear that up for people that don't know, if you're Colombian, you don't have an actual Colombian cédula, which is the identification card, until you're 18, right?
Exactly, yes.
So, but before you're 18, at what age can you get your contraseña?
When at 18, like if my birthday's on April 1st.
Wait,
on
but
April
before
1st,
you get the actual,
you get a contraseña,
Yeah.
yes, but that shows you that you're in the process of getting the card.
I see. So you go to the place where they do the IDs that you with your picture, because they don't take the picture. You have to take your own picture.
Yes.
And then they give
You have to
a-
what?
You have to take your own picture.
Like your selfie?
No,
like
was
you-
it a professional?
you're-
like,
Oh, okay.
white
You just gotta
background and all
take.
that.
I'm like, oh, that's me. I don't
Your
know.
triangle head picture,
Okay,
remember?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
one
yeah,
of those.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Hey, let's have a shot.
Yo,
let's drink.
mine just finished, so I
Yeah,
gotta get
hit
more.
me up too.
Yo, I quit.
So wait, I was
ahead.
leading up to a question. So
Let me
but I
get some
forgot what the
ice.
fuck
Let me
the
get some
question was.
ice.
I got a
Oh
question.
no, but I was clearing up. So yeah, you get your contraseña when you go get your ID before they print it out, and then you go pick it up because they don't mail it either. You got to go pick it up.
Yeah.
You get a piece of paper with your picture on it.
Exactly, yes.
It's a piece of paper with your picture on it and an ID number.
This is when you're
your name.
18,
When you're
waiting for
18,
the
waiting
exactly.
for the real
Okay.
ID, and
Exactly
then you go pick
18.
up the real ID.
All right. So, was that what that wasn't a question?
No. I was just clearing
Okay.
that up for those that didn't know.
So that's the thing. So you get a piece of paper with your homemade photo or your photo taken in a studio. Before we bounce off to the how you got to the club and what you were doing in the club, Sammy.
Yes.
Was there? I know this was 9 years ago, 10 years ago, right?
Yes.
But wait, no,
I graduated in 2016.
So you graduated 4 years ago.
Yes, sir.
What is there bullying? Is there bullying?
I had bullying because I didn't know Spanish.
Okay.
But when I knew Spanish, yo, I was like, no me chimbe, papi, que le va mal.
Okay. Can you translate that for us a little
I
bit?
was basically like, yo, papi, don't fuck around with me because you're gonna hit with the wall. That's how I was saying. And they're like, oh, el gringo, no. I'm like,
Okay. And does bullying? What does bullying look like? I mean,
it's more verbal. It's more verbal.
Yeah, it's like
more
making
verbal.
fun of you, making
Exactly.
jokes.
But he's from a different generation, literally, than we are. So, at least when I was graduating from high school, there's a lot of verbal. But if you want to do something,
Yep.
you do something. You know, and you either get bullied or you stand up and you
Exactly.
you mash it out. And basically nothing. You know, at least where from my school, maybe somebody's gonna come back at you on the street, which they do. But it's not like. It's like you get the fight, you meet everybody, you get the fight, gets over with. But in terms of bullying here and what you experienced, did you experience is there cyberbullying and all that stuff here? or
Oh,
what?
yes, man.
Well, what was that like? I've never
It
been
was-
cyber. Well,
Like, it happened to two of I would say close friends from school.
yeah.
And the reason why is because they were posting selfies like, come on, man, you can't be doing a duck face like that. Like,
Oh shit.
it's kind of like those things. Like,
Yeah, like bullying. Were they?
yeah, it wasn't because like, he got something nice because of the photos that they were taking or the videos that they were doing.
Okay. So it wasn't that. Hey, that person is
Soda. I
That
want
person-
soda in my.
that.
Yeah, let me get some soda too. Let me fill some more up.
Yeah, like what is going on? Here?
I'm
Soda
just
in
trying to
that
get a
one.
word out. I'm over here being a bartender right now. God damn. I'm like in the middle of a
Jovan-
sentence and I'm
Jovan's
hearing.
not being a good bartender.
He's just passing the drinks and smiling. He ain't even. All right,
Yo,
here, let me just pour this a drink.
So okay, so I guess bullying is
You want
is
soda?
is
Yes,
on a,
please.
there. Bullying did exist at least
you go.
2016.
I would say, yeah.
But I don't think it's to the level to where the U.S. is because in the U.S.
Oh.
people commit suicide because of
Yeah.
cyberbullying.
Nobody ever shot up your school?
Nah.
Okay.
No.
You know
No,
what's
but
the-
you
Well,
see
that's
it.
a legitimate
It's
question.
it's a
Like
legit-
in the
It's-
U.S.,
it's-
it happens a lot where
Yeah.
where kids shoot other kids or
Oh, yeah.
Suicides, a lot of crazy stuff. I think it's hardcore to
Yeah.
live in the U.S. in some places.
But
man.
sometimes over here, kids will stick up for other kids. Like, you know,
That's
like,
good.
yo, he got problems.
Yeah, yeah.
Understand it.
Yeah, yeah.
Leave them alone.
But that's your age though, because I would think in Colombia 10 years prior to when, which is we were like 10 years before you on that. 10 years prior to that, you probably people wouldn't be saying stand up for him. I think they'd still be making the same fun and bullying, like somebody with special needs or whatever, you know. So yeah, but it's good. That's great, man. Good. I have no idea what that must be like.
Yeah, but someone fucked up with the special kids. Special needs kid, they will get
Yeah. Over here,
that's
it's a
one
big thing.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
make
big
fun
thing.
of
Yes.
special- Yeah, well, I think at least in my elementary school and same middle school and high school.
Yep.
I came from like a town where special needs kids were attended to in the same school.
Yes.
So, and sometimes we would volunteer as well. Like we would go in
Yeah,
there
to
and
help 'em
volunteer
out and all that.
Like as kids. So it's like you don't mess with Actually, I wrestled with a kid with Down syndrome one time. Bro, those people have like
That's
super strength.
Mongolo
Yeah,
fuerza.
like, yeah, they
Fuerza de Mongolo.
yeah, exactly. Like this kid, like I was a big kid. Like for my age, and this kid just fucked me up.
Yo,
Threw
I
me in the
imagine
pool,
that.
in the special kids pool too.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You were special at that time.
Yeah, I became special after that.
Yeah, it's because they don't have like a filter. They don't filter like
Their
emotion or
strength,
nothing.
yeah,
like,
like,
they're
I've
just
been watching
brute strength.
Atypical on Netflix, and they say that's not true. That they can't filter their emotions.
But you're talking about autism. We're not talking
Okay,
about like
true.
somebody else. But
I don't.
so
it's not out of my range.
yeah, me neither. But anyway, that's great that they don't do that here, and where I came from, they didn't do that either. So,
Yep.
I guess moving on. So now you were in high school. So you went from living in the United States, so you're 12,
Yep.
to being deported, voluntarily leaving, to coming to Colombia and going to high school, graduating. So now what do you do in 2016? Let's say it was 2000. What were you doing?
I work in tourism here because of the English that I have. I can manipulate, like, you know what, fellas, we can make you a trip to tourists. We can settle this out. If you guys want this and that, we'll do it. And that's what I'm doing since 2017, basically.
Yeah, and we know both Joel and I knew your former boss. Mm-hmm. He's like Voldemort. We can't mention his name.
Yes.
names.
He's the name that you cannot say, or whatever they say in that show. But anyway, see, what is it? The name that you must
The
not
name,
mention,
you know,
or something.
The name you must
Or
not
else-
say.
You just,
No, I think the Wilts.
Anyway,
you
so
just say Pepito.
Pepito. So we met Pepito. We met Pepito playing playing basketball too. Super
Yeah.
cool guy. But he was your former boss,
Yes.
and you met him through basketball as
Exactly.
well, right?
Same thing.
Yeah, I met him through basketball.
Yeah, and so I know a little bit about your business. So basically, the owner of the company has a few penthouses, like big penthouse apartments,
Oh,
right?
the former job I'm on?
No, now.
No. What we do is that we work with the homeowners.
Okay, I see.
And basically, we bring them the clients, but we have the clients for ourselves. So we just basically like break them off.
I see. So
to
the
the
client
homeowners.
comes to you first,
Exactly.
whether
Like,
it's via internet or
Via
phone call.
internet, phone call. If y'all want to follow, it's called Bido Travel.
How do you spell that?
What?
Bido Travel. BIDO
Travel.
Travel.
Okay.
It's what it spells is before I do events.
Oh, before I do events. So they hit up Bido Travel first.
Yes.
Bido Travel says,
We got these houses available.
Yeah.
These are the services that we provide.
okay.
What you want to do?
Okay, so all right, so that's
I
interesting.
don't travel. Never heard of it, but I'm gonna check it out.
So-
It's new. It's gonna be rocking, man. I tell you
So
that.
what are the typical clients that hit up Bido Travel?
I would say Americans looking for a vacation.
Americans.
Age range.
Age range, I would say 26 to 38. Like
38.
Kind of like
male
that.
and female?
Just male, mostly male.
Mostly male.
Mostly male.
So is it single people or is it groups or how does that work?
Everything. You get single people, you get groups, but the majority that we have is groups, and the minimum of the groups per person is like 6 to 8. Minimum.
So it's like 6 to 8 guys come into Medellin after they watch Narcos on Netflix saying,
Yeah.
yo, we want to go fuck shit up in Medellin.
And be
They
a
hit up
narco.
Bido Travel. So what are the services that Bido Travel offer other than the house?
So we got housing. We offer airport transportation, private chef for breakfast, dinner, lunch, if you guys desire. We also offered the tours, concierge services. Concierge is more like somebody that's from the city, and he gives you like an insight. You know what? Don't do this. Don't go over there. He'll make sure that you guys be taken care of, basically. And
I had your job, man. I was a glorified. I was.
It's really nice.
I had to dress in a uniform, but in 2006, I used to represent a Canadian company.
Okay.
In Mexico.
Okay.
But I represented. You have penthouses. I represented 21 hotels of like luxury hotels, and I was the person that used to greet them at the airport.
Yes.
Take them to their hotel, to different hotels, drop them off on the luxury bus, and then go meet them the next day in their little like what do you call it?
Resort.
Like orientation. You do the orientation, so you tell them all about the place, and I was the one that upsold them on tours on
That's
and that was the great part. That was a money making part. That was the serious. I had made money that at that time I shouldn't have been making because I wasn't smart enough to know what I was going to do with it. But there was also some really shit days, like some days where you make that money and you're all so happy, and then the next day you go to work.
Yes.
And I think like the worst day for me, I don't know if you've had a day like this, but you show up. This airplane shows up, and somebody from the U.S. from the mother company calls me and says, "Listen, we have 35 people just showed up to the airport, and the hotels, I don't know, we messed up. They're double booked." And so then you're sitting there, you have to go pick them up.
And you got to
tell them. And actually, one of the worst things was one of the guys, he was on his honeymoon and he booked it 18 months before.
Oh.
That was the worst of the worst they ever had. And you get stuff like that. So there's the shitty part too.
There's
a really shitty
and I
part.
had that before too.
You've had that. What's your shitty? Tell us a shitty day in the life of Medellin.
I would say like we usually handle like the bookings and all that. So when it's double booked, we have a solution. Like we'll find a solution quick. But man, I have so many problems in houses because of people that they party too hard.
Yeah.
Law enforcement comes in and they're like, they get scared. People like tourists, they get scared when they see law enforcement.
Of course.
Yeah, because if you're from the U.S., you see a cop show up and you've got blowing hookers, like shit, you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, it's like, oh, it's all good. But so I guess before we get to that, so let's say that you're a group of like 8 guys here on a bachelor party. They all stay in the same place. These places are that big?
Yes, it's Villas, houses that have at least 8 bedrooms, minimum, I would say. And there will be 5 showers.
5 showers, plus a pool?
Plus a pool. No, jacuzzi. Let's say
Jacuzzi.
A jacuzzi.
Oh, damn.
You'll have a security guard always. It's 24/7 service. And you work on it from there.
Right.
So what are these guys here to do? Like bachelor? Okay.
We have bachelor parties. We have people that just want to get like a little vacation. We got business trips too.
Okay.
So it's...
And what's your favorite type of trip to have when the dudes show up?
Man, to be honest, when it's just a guy's trip.
Okay.
Like,
why is that?
we just want to... Because when it's a bachelor, sometimes the guys don't know what they want to do.
Okay.
They're very undecisive.
Yeah.
So I'm telling them this and that, and I'm like, all right, I'll tell the guys. Nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Man, then what do you want to do?
Yeah, but they want to be entertained.
Exactly.
So you have to become the entertainer.
Exactly.
Okay. And so what about these so the guys that come on bachelor parties?
Yes.
Not gonna call names, but what are the bachelor party guys looking for?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, just women.
Just women.
Just women.
So they're out here. You take them to strip clubs, or you bring girls to them, or what's that?
Just strip clubs, man. It's the women part, like, it's just too complicated. Reason why is because people are like, yo, all right, she got too big of a tits. She got too big of an ass. I'm like, what?
Really? Guys are like that
yes,
picky?
all day,
Damn.
every day.
All right.
Everybody. There's always that person who's like, you know what? I don't want her because she has a tattoo.
Oh, okay.
I don't want her because her eyes like kind of like this.
But like the girl shows up.
She's like, I don't want nothing.
The girl shows up to the property.
Yep.
And then they're like, nope, don't like that eye.
I don't. They tell me like, yo, how can I kick this girl out kindly?
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, first of all, you gotta pay her taxes.
Yeah.
Because no girl here in Medellin is gonna go to one spot, knowing that they at least gonna get something.
Yeah.
Right. They
I call them freelancers.
Yeah.
The freelancers. But
So you just stick to taking them to the strip club.
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
better,
go
man.
buck
It's
wild
less
up
of a
in
headache.
there.
It's
Yeah,
less of a
let the
headache.
strip club handle them.
They'll handle it.
You pick them up.
and they pick them up.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna call this out right now. There's gonna be some wise ass, but that if you made your way all the way here to minute whatever we're on right now, and you're hearing this, and then you choose to use this as your platform to talk out about, sex tourism or whatever, and that's a whole very like a big sensitive topic that
Yes.
we can get into. But just so no one comes with this in Colombia garbage, all dudes, if you're a guy or you're not a guy, people go on bachelor parties all around the world, including
Yes.
Las Vegas and everywhere else. They get strippers, they do whatever else. They do it here too. So let's grow the fuck up about it.
Well,
And,
at least it's legal here.
Yes,
you
yes.
can,
It's-
prostitution is legal here. Obviously,
Being-
pimping is not
Not
legal.
legal, yeah.
We learned that from episode 4 with Alan Gongora.
Yeah.
So we understand that there now. I mean, after that episode, interviewing Alan Gongora, our lawyer.
Yes.
I understood why so many people come to Colombia for sex.
Yes.
And Colombians have the audacity sometimes to say no to sex tourism, but wait, it's legal here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's legal for women to sell themselves here to make money,
Yeah.
but you're mad about
The buyer, not the seller.
buying? Like,
Yeah.
wait, that's
That's-
backwards to me. But at the same time, obviously some of these guys, it's a strip club, so they go there to drink and see women and then go home. Some of them may go home with a girl or not.
Yes.
Whatever they want to do. So I guess a question that I get asked a lot on my blog post, even though I literally, because I have a blog post that talks about my dating life in Medellin.
Yep.
On the Medellin Buzz. And it gets like 20,000, it's like 19,000 visitors a month.
I seen that.
And literally, I had to put a disclaimer in the beginning of it saying that I am not a proponent of prostitution, and I don't know anything about it, but
I'm
still,
just speaking freely.
Yeah, about my dating life.
Yeah.
Still, guys will literally write me, and Joel knows because I
He reads them out loud.
I
He
read
reads
them out loud in
He
the
reads it.
office.
If you ever wrote Andrew Macia, I've heard your goddamn message, and
I'm
it
like,
is-
wait, guys,
Yeah.
stop everything.
Yeah.
Listen to this guy. Hello, what are the best strip clubs for sex? Or in Medellin? I'm like, wait, I literally wrote that I don't know. So I guess maybe what are the best strip clubs in Medellin?
Man, to be honest, phase 2 for me is the best.
Phase 2.
Fase-
Or in
Fase
Spanish,
dos.
it's Fase
Fase
dos.
dos.
Okay.
Fase
Fase dos
dos.
is the best.
You know, reason why is because, man, the girls over there are more friendly. They're not more to the business side. I would say that. They're not to the business side. If you go to La Isla, you're going to get hit in the head.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Well, I know like that La Isla is
It's
up in the
just-
hill
it's
and
up
it's
in
like
the hill.
exclusive.
What do you mean you're gonna get hit in the head?
Like
Yo,
with
because
the-
the prices are just too ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So, like
for
a drink?
like for a beer, you got to pay 40,000 pesos, 30,000 pesos.
Which, by the way, down here in like a regular a bar is what?
Let's say $15 USD.
No, but a beer-
$15 up there.
Up there.
Here,
Up
it's
there,
like $1.
but-
$1.
yeah.
$1, $2.
And that's
$1 for a
and that's
beer.
like for Colombians that go there, it's just like, come on.
yeah.
I'm not with that. I can buy 45, like 24, a
Yeah,
24
Like a
pack.
24 pack, yeah.
Like, come on,
Yeah.
don't hit me in the head like that. And phase 2 is more reasonable,
Oh, okay.
and the women are kind of like the same to La Isla. That's why.
Do you know? To be quite honest, I've been to two strip clubs in Colombia.
Yeah.
One in Medellin, one in Cartagena.
Okay.
One I was I was taken against my will, and
Oh,
no, but seriously, I was taken against my will.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
What, the one in Barranquilla?
In Centro.
Oh, in Central.
Oh.
Okay, so let me tell the story. So it was Christmas. No.
It was Christmas, 2004, and we
It
go
was
ahead.
Was it
Tell
Christmas?
the story.
It was December.
Tell my strip club story.
So it was
No-
December. Our boy, whose
Challenge.
name we will not
We can
yeah,
say
we will
Challenge.
not say. His name was Challenge. So we get on a Chiva.
Yeah.
Right? So we're on a Chiva.
which is a party bus.
A party
Yeah,
bus.
it's a party bus.
And we got bored because the Chiva had like no women on it. And the party bus in December takes you to all of the lights around the city.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you that don't know, putting lights up around the city, the whole city does it. Every park in the city has lights.
But Centro is one of the best ones.
Yeah, Centro
Yes.
is one of the best ones because they close off the street called La Playa.
Yeah.
and the bus goes through there, and the bus is obviously bumping music. There's no seats. Everyone's dancing.
And all that.
And the three of us are the tallest people on the bus, by the way.
Yeah,
we're like way over the average height.
so
Yeah.
you're hitting your head
Hitting
on
our
the
heads,
top.
and Andrew's
And
like,
there's no girls.
yeah.
So once we got to center, we went from Parque Poblado to El Centro. Once we got there, we're like, yo, let's bounce. So we got off this thing as it's still moving. We're like,
Oh, man.
we're like, get the fuck off this thing. So we got off, and then we walked through the lights there where they close off the street and everything. And then we're like, well, what now? And I'm like, well, I know there's a strip club over here. Let's go check it out. So we go up in there. You know the Central strip
No, it wasn't
club.
we
Yeah,
go up
yeah.
in there. You know, I'm like, I don't
know the
like.
name. I know the
can't.
name
We
of
were
it.
walking because we walk a couple blocks proper, and I'm like, please. They're like, both of them said, I know somewhere where we could go, and they look at me with this smile. I'm like, no.
Let's
but
go
I'm not
there.
gonna abandon myself in Centro. So
Yep.
I'm like, okay, please tell me it's not a strip. They're like, it's not a strip club. Like, please tell me it's not a fucking strip club. Like, it's not a strip club. It's not a strip. We walk all the way there. By the way, we're all liquored up. We walk all the way there. And at the front of this strip club is not like the most upstanding people go to a strip club. It's not like the best strip club in like Atlanta,
Especially
or
in
something.
downtown,
Dude,
yeah.
downtown Medellin. And we pull up there, and there are I don't mean to say like they're like creatures, man. They're like Goonies standing in front there, just like looks like they're slaughtered. And I'm like, oh my god.
Pure
god.
goblins.
And it's really uncomfortable for me because I'm literally not a strip club person.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
He doesn't like women.
Yeah. So even if it were a nice strip club, at least I would have been like, all right, cool. You know, I could hide in the corner and like,
Yeah.
you know, pretend
Not over
to really
here.
enjoy this. But we're in like a place with some fucked up looking individuals. And you know what's the worst, Sammy?
What?
We walk in and we push the door, and I saw some characters in there, bro. But I look up, and the first thing I see is, I'm gonna say, a woman with a lollipop in her butt. Like in her butt. I'm petrified because I'm like, wait, don't they start all like with you? I don't know much about it, but literally a lollipop, and she's wiggling the lollipop in front of all these guys'
Oh,
faces,
shit.
and people are reaching to grab it, and she's pulling away, and they're reaching to grab it. I'm
Oh,
like, what the fuck did I just walk into?
Yeah. It was literally
fucked
like,
up,
you know what
man.
it reminded me of? You ever watch that movie Dusk Till Dawn?
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes,
Literally
it was
like
Dusk Till
walking
Dawn.
into that.
I was
that-
scared,
yeah.
Sammy. I was scared.
Yo,
I was scared. That
yeah.
was my first strip club experience here.
And I won't go back.
I won't
Yeah,
go back.
first and last,
I don't wanna
first
go
and
back.
last.
The last time I
Yo.
can't even remember because
Yeah.
it was a sad day. And
Yeah.
these guys were like, yep, Joel has to get out of here. You
This
gotta
is how I know that it really affected Joel, because it's the third time in the podcast that, he has told
mentions
this
it.
story.
Yeah, that he
Oh,
mentions
It, it's petrified me.
Yo,
man.
that's nasty though.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
that is pretty bad.
Yo.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Even
There's
by
like
my
the-
standards, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Is that where you got your gray hair? Because of
Wow,
that?
Yeah.
wow.
He grew a chest hair that day.
Dang, dude.
So Sam, I guess talk about strip clubs and bachelor parties and stuff. What's the craziest? I guess the craziest thing that's happened that you can remember with guests.
I would say that somebody broke his leg.
Oh shit! They broke their leg.
But on an excursion.
Yeah. So you guys were out.
We just took him
You
to the
saw the break?
hospital.
You saw when it happened?
Hell yeah.
What happened?
We had like a little inclinada, right? It's like a little hill.
Yeah.
It was muddy. So the instructor was like, you know, do it like I'm gonna do it.
Not ATVs.
Yeah,
Remember
ATVs.
Oh,
Yeah,
ATVs?
ATVs.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
ATVs.
Got a story for that
But,
too.
but the thing is that like the guys, they didn't know how to drive and they were kind of like scared.
Yeah.
So all right, so he's like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Vroom, 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 vroom.
Backwards.
No, he was riding, and then when he was riding, it tilted.
Oh,
When
on
it
him?
tilted, he put his foot.
Which is the worst mistake. Don't
It's
put
the
your feet
word.
down.
gotta
Just
roll,
just
right?
fall, just
Yeah, you
fall,
gotta
just
roll.
fall. And when he put his foot, just
All that
it-
weight?
it snapped in three.
Woo!
It snapped in
In
three.
three?
In three.
Ooh.
So
God
so all the guys is like, yo, what happened to the guy? Some of the guys are laughing.
Yeah.
Some of the guys are like taking photos.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of the guys are like, this shit really happened.
Yeah. He's messed
And he's
up.
like over there, fuck, my leg, my leg, my leg. And we just took him to the hospital and put him crunches, put him a gesso, and you're out.
Just took him to the hospital. You're in the middle of a muddy place. That must have taken a long. For
It-
you, it was
it
like
was-
1 minute. For him, it lasted an eternity.
Yeah,
to get out
man.
of there.
Yeah, with all that.
Yeah.
You probably
it's
passed out
bad.
from the
It's
pain.
bad. But like what I would say, like if on the day before, you know you're gonna go hard, don't do those activities.
Right.
That's my thing. Like have common sense.
Yeah, if you've never been on an ATV, don't go on an ATV in Colombia in the mud.
Impressing
Yeah.
your boys.
Yeah, don't do it,
trying to-
man. It's
right.
common sense. It's
So
common
that's
sense.
physical damage. I know. I've seen a lot of those, man.
I seen. You know what? I had another one that is for me is the craziest story.
Yeah.
That somebody was getting married, right? All right.
Okay.
It was a bachelor party.
No, it was a marriage. So they were going there. They just booked the house to stay, and they were going to a colonial city, like I believe it was in Jericho.
Okay.
That they were going to get married. And all right, they got married. They got back to the spot, and then the husband just punched the wife.
What?
Yeah, like that. I'm like,
They were
Wait,
arguing.
you were there seeing this?
I look. I was
like what? There must have
I
been
was
a
at the
buildup.
door. I was at the door. I'm like, let's close the door and let them do their thing. I'm not gonna come in because wife and husband is their thing. So the guy literally punched her, and she's like, "Nah, you know what? I want a divorce now."
What?
Wait, this is prior to the wedding or just after?
After the wedding.
Day 3 or something?
No,
Nah,
day one, that's
no.
literally
Day
the
one.
same day
It's the
of the
same
wedding.
day of the wedding.
That's
So
nuts.
look. They got married. They got to the house 2-3 hours later. They were drinking, all right. They were doing their stuff, and then, boom, just punched a sucker punch like
They
that.
they must have been like arguing though.
They were,
like, the whole
of
night or
course, they
something,
could.
yeah.
They had
On
to be
their
arguing
wedding day.
on their wedding day.
High school sweethearts or what?
I was said no. I didn't know. I don't know that much detail, but I know that the guy sucker punched her, and she's like, you know what? I don't want nothing with you. I want a divorce now. She threw the ring, boom, and she booked a hotel right away. So the guy was like, no, what am I gonna do? I just lost my wife. Started punching doors.
Maybe not punch her.
Yeah, of course.
That's
so he
probably
started
the first
punching
thing to not
doors,
do.
and then the guy was starting to do blow.
Oh my gosh.
He do it in blow, and then he's like, yo, I don't feel good.
Oh, Jesus. This is a disaster, man.
I don't feel good. And he's like, yo. And he just collapsed right there. He collapsed.
OD'd?
He was getting OD'd. He was getting OD'd.
He was getting there, yeah.
He was getting there. So when he was like, da, 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 he's like, yo, we got to call a doctor.
So he's trembling on the floor.
So we call a particular doctor on Google. And the funniest part.
Particular doctor. We called a particular doctor on Google.
Like a private doctor.
Yeah, a private doctor. A private
Particular
doctor.
one. That's like
So-
a fucking movie, man.
So we called him. And all right, an old dude shows up. He's like, hola, ¿cómo estás, mijo? Ay, ¿qué le pasó? Like, what happened to him?
Yeah, what happened to him?
Oh, I think he's over an OD. Overdose.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta get his vein. Yo, it took him like 10 minutes to get his
Find
vein.
that vein.
And he's like this.
He couldn't even see.
He had
You guys
Parkinson.
brought a blind doctor from Google.
Parkinson's.
He had Parkinson. He's like this. Like,
Did you Google Parkinson doctor in Medellin or what the hell you guys Google?
it was the first option that popped up.
Oh my god.
Shit.
It
It was
was
like,
the
it's an emergency. Private doctor.
So me, I'm like, all right, so old dude, he gotta know what he gotta.
But wait,
he
did
know-
you do this Google search? Or who?
To be honest, I called him, and he sounded nice. He sounded
sounded
nice.
real-
All right,
His name
so-
was
real fri-
Hector. His
real
name was
friendly
Hector. He's
Hector.
like, Doctor Hector, ¿qué más?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. He's like, where's the patient? He's on the floor.
Yeah.
All right, done. And he's like, oh shit, I think it's all right. He's bad. Let me
Yeah.
go to the car. Let me get some stuff. And when he's like trying to get his vein, he put his belt, like a little belt, so he can get the vein.
A belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but don't doctors have that little?
Yeah,
rubber?
but it was quick. He was getting OD, so
Okay,
you got to
okay.
get it. But the problem is
That's like
that he
heroin.
couldn't get the vein. He basically poked him like 8 times. He's like,
At least he's unconscious. He didn't feel it.
he's like, shit, I didn't grab it. Shit, I didn't grab it. And I'm like, shit, this is gonna let him die.
Yeah.
And we're all like, oh my god, get the fucking vein,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Gonna let him die.
Get the vein, man.
Wait, you're in charge of this whole situation, right?
Of
you're
course,
you're
I'm
the
right-
leader of the situation.
Yes, I'm like, yo, get the vein. If I can do
You
it.
called Dr. Hector.
Hector did a bad job.
Oh
Yeah.
no shit.
He like, thank God the guy is not. He's still
alive
alive.
today?
He's
Oh,
still
he's
alive. He's still alive. So we're good. We're
All right,
good.
we're good.
Can we
yeah.
throw this guy's Facebook up? Is that Dr. Hector?
Nah,
He's
man,
like
nah.
98 years old.
Doctor's probably
I think
dead.
Dr. Hector already retired after that.
Oh, he should have retired after. And so what happened? What happened? to
So
this dude?
all right, after 10 minutes, he got the vein, and then the guy's waking up, and he's like, "Yo, where am I? Where am I?" And there's a punch door.
Well,
the
that's
guy's
his
all
work.
cut. The guy's all cut up because
Yeah,
of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yo, where's my wife?" And I'm like, "What did I?
my
What did I do?"
gosh.
And I'm
did I
like,
do? That was his first time.
And I told him, "You know what? Just call her, man.
Just
I have no idea." She left. I did that. She left. I washed my hands. She left because
Yeah, you
that
gotta call
problem.
her. Yeah, that's not your problem.
And from there, for me, that's like the worst. But at the time, Dr. Hector made it the funniest shit ever, man. Yo, Dr. Hector is like that doctor that he has long hair, but it's all white.
Yeah.
Glasses,
Yeah.
like look like microscopes.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Where's the patient?"
Here's the patient.
But
Hey, cheers to Dr.
Here's
Hector.
that. I got
Cheers.
Take a pee.
cheers to Dr. Hector.
Let's take a little break. So you're dealing with bachelor parties, groups of guys coming out here partying, going to clubs, going to bars, going to strip clubs. What happens when someone says, "Yo, Sam, we need some cocaine and weed"?
Man, I just clean my hands and I just refer him to a guy.
Like you wash your hands?
Yeah, man, it's better not to be in that type of business, man.
Yeah, I
it's
agree
better
with that.
not to be in that type of business. Reason why is because it's just problems.
Yeah.
Problems everywhere with the client, get it in.
Yeah,
It's a headache.
But okay, so let's reel up on this one. Like, out of every 10 clients, there's always going to be the leader in the
Oh,
group.
hell
so
yeah.
out of 10 groups that you receive, all right,
Yep.
let's make the number even smaller. Out of 5 groups you receive, how many of them ask you for drugs?
I would say 4.
4 out of 5 ask you for drugs.
So that's
how many
80%.
How many? God damn, bro, that's good math, man. That's good math. Andrew just picked. He's like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about. I'm like, this shit.
I'm good.
What about all right? So 4 out of 5 groups that come here ask for some sort of drugs.
Yes.
Mainly weed or weed and cocaine.
I would say
What's their drug of preference these days?
MDMA.
Molly. Okay, Molly makes
MDMA.
sense. It makes sense. Okay, and then so 4 out of 5, 80% ask for Molly, weed,
then-
whatever. And how many ask for girls?
100%.
But what are they like? Can you get strippers? Can you get prostitutes? What are they asking you? They're coming here for a reason.
They come here for sex, man.
Okay.
Like they love the Colombian women, right?
Okay.
So sometimes I just take them to a club
Yeah.
and just pick them up.
Yeah.
But that's what they could usually.
That's what
go
they
for.
do. That's what the majority of them are.
So
here
it doesn't have
No,
to.
I would say every single group. Every single group.
Yeah, I think if
wants
you're a
women.
single male coming to Colombia, you want to go
It's-
dancing in a club with women
Exactly.
and meet women and talk to women.
But this doesn't sound like a group. So just to be honest, right? If I'm coming to Colombia, I'm going anywhere else.
Yes.
Yes, I want to meet women.
Of
I'm not
course.
staying home and reading my Bible on that particular Friday or Saturday. But I want to ask, where's the best club? Where's the whatever? Because I want to go out and meet women.
All right.
So I'm never gonna ask you where's the best strip club or brothel. Do you
Of
know what
course,
I mean?
yes.
But what I'm asking you is the people that are coming here, are they saying where's the best club and you're like go to Vintrash, or are they like where can I go to meet girls to have sex?
Both.
Okay.
You always have that, like, let's say the group is of 8 guys.
Yeah.
You're always gonna have that one person like, yo, I want a woman and I got $80 to fuck. Right? And I'm like, all right, cool.
$80.
Yeah, man, you get every type of person.
So
You
these
got-
guys are coming all the way down here. They're guys. I got $80.
I got
I'm
80.
staying in a $1 million
$80.
$1 million penthouse.
What the
I got
fuck?
$80.
I got 80.
I got
Let's drink up,
$80
let's
in
drink
my
up, let's
pocket.
drink up.
What?
Cheers.
What the hell is that?
Well, I guess that kind of, I mean, it's good insight being that we don't know that
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
I've never, I know
Yeah.
that you've worked in it. And although I don't condone it, I do understand why it exists.
Yeah, of
And I
course.
think it's important, especially for locals. I mean, foreigners travel a lot. You know,
Yes.
foreigners will go to Thailand for sex. Will go to literally Nevada for
Yeah,
sex in the United States.
Yeah.
So that locals have to understand that it exists here, and it only exists because it's available.
Yeah,
exactly.
This tourism exists here because it's available. To set the record straight, we're not trying to condone it. We're trying
Yeah.
to put eyes on it, shed light on it, and if anything, hopefully it makes it safer for people, so
Of
that people
course.
come out here and they don't do stupid shit, overdose on drugs, have unprotected sex.
Yes.
Realize that it does actually exist, and that we are trying to shed light on it. And
Yeah.
that we appreciate your perspective on it because you're in the trenches. We're out here.
We're out here judging on the
Yes.
side like, with
Yeah.
our naive opinion.
I give you
our
the
naive
insight. I give you the
opinion.
insight of what really happened.
But you see, the one thing, and I'll say this, and again, I'll reiterate: if I like strip clubs, I'd be there every single damn night, every night. But I don't. It's not my thing. And I remember having this discussion with my dad, who's somebody very, very, very close to me, and we have real discussions about stuff. And I remember, like, you know, having my high moral ground, like, I don't fucking get it. I don't pay for women. I don't do da. And I had my own ground.
yeah, of course.
My dad looked at me and he goes, and he's smiling. And my dad's a very, very educated dude, you know, and he's smiling like this. And he's religious also, or he grew up very, he's laughing. He's like, you're funny. And I'm like, I'm funny? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't expect that. And he's like, listen, he goes, would you say you have options sexually for girls, like, you know, to date and stuff? I go, yeah. He goes, do you know that a lot of men will never see a woman even quarter as attractive as you will, strictly because of the way they look or even their economic status?
Yep.
And I was like, in my head,
what
I'm
does that
thinking,
mean? Could you clear that up?
But what I'm saying,
your dad was saying that
what he
other
say-
guys are not going to have as many options as you
you will
do.
never have the options to see even a woman, call it, with a beautiful body. Like, if in their real life, in the reality is they're never going to see a woman like that. That we would be like, wow, she's nice. I'm going to go talk to her. They don't have the ability to even talk to her. So they go, I'm not talking about prostitution. I'm talking about just even like a strip club. And for them, it's like, we all have our fantasies. I've got my fantasies. But for them, it's like, wow, I walk into this place. I
And you
pay my
just
$10.
Yep.
And it's like literally heaven on earth for them. It's something they will never see. And you get that at home.
Exactly.
And I was like,
Yes.
I was like, holy shit. Like even from that perspective, and we're not talking, there's a lot deeper shit than that. There's like fantasies, which every last person down to the priest and the pope has.
Yep.
So we're not going to moralize anything, but there's like, you just can't judge.
Damn,
know
why
what I
you
mean?
got to bring the priest in the pope in this
Isn't there something
conversation?
called Two Priests or something on Netflix? And I don't know, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
don't-
no,
don't
I
know
heard
their
that.
situation.
I heard
And I get it, and I get it.
I don't
and
need to
get
go
it.
to a strip club when I go travel to meet a woman.
You
I go
don't.
out so I can talk and converse and
Yeah,
whatever.
I travel to meet women. Actually,
Yeah.
that's the
Yes,
premise.
yes.
Like, yeah, sometimes you get stuck in your own rut.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, yes, a lot of gringos, well, in this case, every gringo comes here to seek that, but that's only a portion of the people who consume that, because we have to be real. The main clients are people local.
Of course.
People
Yes.
Oh,
who
yeah,
are
yeah.
here.
Or
Yes.
the strip club would
In-
go out of business.
Yes.
Of course. If the
Yes.
strip club relied only on tourism
It'll
for
be
their
bad. It'll be bad.
for their clients, they would never survive.
It'll be bad.
They'd never even exist.
And a lot of that, I think, has to do, you mentioned the Pope and whatnot. The main religion here is Catholicism, which in a lot of ways has very subtle manners of, like, hey, how do you say it? Basically, like castrating men, like, you know, like this lack of freedom, and also coupled with the very sexist mentality that still exists here in the city, because it does exist.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. And a lot of men, I'm very sure of this, think women are to be used.
Yeah, yeah.
Women are
Objects,
to,
yeah,
are
yeah.
objects. And therefore, I will purchase the usability of this object.
Yeah.
Not something that I condemn
Yeah.
either.
Condone.
Condone.
You condemn. Yeah.
Or condone. Or condone.
Not condone.
No, not the rubber. Not the
Well,
rubber, please.
You don't
No,
use
no.
condoms? What are you trying to say here? You trying to come out here and say you don't use condoms? You don't promote the use of condoms, Felipe?
Holy shit.
yes.
Nah, just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, it is an issue here, especially the more you go into like the more lower strato barrios, you'll see more of that.
Oh yes.
It is one of the realities of this.
So one of the things, like, you know, I don't want to pussyfoot. That's actually a word around the topic, and I want to ask you, because you talked about Dr. Hector trying to revive a man on the ground while
Dr. Hector, Dr. Hector.
injecting his eyeball instead of his vein. What have you ever had a bad situation with, like, someone of the guests, regardless if it's a present or past job, because you've worked for multiple companies, had a bad experience with two things I want to know.
Yes.
One, being robbed or scopolaminad, or like with the drug scopolamina, or and That's one. So,
Yes.
so that one first. If you had somebody that's happened to them.
Man, with us, no, not at the moment, but yes, of people that I know of, very close.
Yeah. So first of all, before
That's
we
a,
get into
like,
that,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's a very like sensitive thing though. Like it's called I mean, like if you tell somebody like be careful, like you're not gonna have nobody near you, close to you, like that you know of. Be careful with the women because you don't know what these women are capable
right.
of.
So
Right?
Yeah. So for those of you that are listening or watching that don't know what escopolamina is, in English it's scopolamine. It derives from a plant.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the plant called? Borrachero.
Yeah, it's called the borrachero.
Borrachero tree. So
Yeah.
it derives from this, and it's a powder that is made basically.
They can put it in your drink.
You're right.
You can even, if you smell it,
They can blow it in your face.
they can blow it in your face.
They could put it on your cigarette.
On
They
your
could
bank
put-
card.
Same
They
thing.
could put it anywhere.
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 And if you
card.
touch it,
So the
if you touch
craziest-
it or anything, it'll go through your pores.
Right. So the craziest shit that I heard of was this guy said that he took a girl home from Parque Lleras. Obviously, she was a working girl. And she,
Freelancer.
yeah, she was a freelancer. She was a freelancer. And he took her home, and all he remembers was licking her nipples, and then he blacked out.
That's a good way to black out.
And
Yep.
he woke up with a tremendous headache, blood on the ground.
Wow.
Apparently he had stumbled to the bathroom and fell and hit his head on the what do you call it? The lavamanos?
The sink.
The
The
sink,
sink.
on the sink, sorry. On the sink and
Damn.
passed out. It took him 2 weeks, literally, of a
Yes.
hangover, a 2-week hangover after that. Obviously,
To
his
recover.
Obviously, his whole apartment that it was a furnished rental, which he had to obviously cough up later, was pretty much vacated. All TVs, computers, his computer was gone. His wallet, money, cell phone, watches, even
Everything.
shoes. They take everything. So what happens is that this girl obviously scoped him and had someone come over in a car. Boom, took everything. This guy was passed out. It happened to be in a building that didn't have a portero. A portero is like an armed
Security guard, doorman.
security man at the front. So just a word of caution. Literally, I've been here 9 years. I've heard maybe 9 of these tales.
I've heard many of these.
I heard
No,
various
first
too.
accounts. Like
Yeah,
somebody,
first accounts,
not
yeah.
that like somebody told me. This was
Yeah.
literally somebody
Somebody
telling
that you
me
know.
that this shit happened to
Yeah.
me. So first accounts about 9.
My mom got scoped.
Really?
Really?
Yep, and it was just in nothing dirty. Nah, she was in Éxito, so she was in the supermarket. She was buying like a new phone.
She
for her
told me
house.
this.
Yeah.
And she was, thank God, she's like street smart in that sense.
Very street smart. Yeah.
Someone got a little too close to her, asking her like, what phone do you think I should buy? She was buying like a phone for the house, and someone just got a little too close to her, and she's kind of paranoid about that. Now this guy got too close to me, and immediately she started feeling kind of not so good. She immediately went to a cashier and said to her, "I'm not feeling good. Someone just roughed me the wrong way. No one came with me. I'm alone. No, don't let anyone take me with them."
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's
But,
crazy.
but
That's
here's the
great.
thing, and
Sorry.
I'm going to point out something about that because, again, firsthand stories are at least just one degree of separation. This scopolamina or escopolamina or whatever the drug is, from what I heard, it's sort of like not like the truth serum that they pop in your drink and then you say all the truth. But I heard you, from what I understand, you comply to whatever they want, but you don't know you're doing it. So actually, when I was first here for the first, like, I'd say 4 months, I was like, come on, that shit doesn't exist. And then we went out all together, and my friend Jessie, one of my really close friends, she lived right here in Manila. And the next day, we came over, and she's like, guys, you won't believe it. My roommate next door, last night when we came home, I'm standing there, and he just walks in with these 2 guys.
Oh,
walks
wow.
in like he's leading them, and
Shit.
they go to his room. He packs up his backpack because at that time we were all like on the move.
Yep.
Packs up his backpack and he leaves with his backpack.
Oh my God.
And the next day he comes. She said he came back and he literally. They told him, let's go to your house. He packed up all his shit in the backpack.
And we leave.
And they took all his shit. And then they just dropped him off somewhere. And he literally remembered that he packed up his shit, but he didn't know all the details.
Acknowledge it.
But he really did all that shit. And this drug really makes you just do that shit. We have another friend. Remember
the zombies?
Yeah.
It's a zombie drug. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that owned the Indian restaurant here, he told us he woke up in Parque Poblado with no shoes, no pants, a belt, and like his thing, and he couldn't remember shit except that he knew he went to the bank machine, and he looked at his bank here, and they'd withdrawn all his money, and when you look at the videos, he took out money 3 or 4 times
with
so the card was
will.
maxed out.
With
on his own will.
Oh,
his own will. It looks like the people are standing with him. He took all his money out. And literally this guy, remember him down there in Provenza, he literally had to shut down his restaurant because it was like the last straw because they cleaned out, his sister gave him a loan. And the money she had transferred that day to his Colombian account. And these guys drugged him and he took all that money that she gave him and gave it away.
Right.
That's really fucked.
Yeah, it's a dangerous
it's really messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
you just got to be careful.
You just gotta be like, I would say, no confunda la amabilidad con la pendejada. Like,
What does that mean?
Don't like, if somebody's too like honest or like, no, not honest, like too
Nice.
like nice.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know the fucking guy.
Yeah.
Keep a distance.
Yeah.
Like, no confunda la amabilidad con la pendejada.
Yeah.
So
Right,
that's
right.
what I would say. Like, that's
Yeah.
the Spanish you used to teach.
Yeah,
me.
exactly. It's better to look rude.
Yeah,
and be
it's
like, Yo,
better.
Stay away from
you
me.
know what?
You're
Like,
too
I
much.
don't even like being
Then get
honest. I
robbed.
don't even know you.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Who are
Like,
you? Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
why are you asking me? Ask the person that's.
Why do you
want to
give me ice right now? I don't want your ice.
Yeah, like,
Don't give me your.
Yeah. this
like
guy-
just
guy.
ask who's giving it, not
Yeah, yeah.
ask me.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
and I had a case too. I had a case with one of my, like, let's say employees, a cleaning lady, and her daughter of 17 years old went to a club, right? Like a little bar where she lives, and she got escopolamina. And
Yeah.
she felt like, you know what? The good thing is that she was with her friends. So her friends are the ones you're like, you know what? You're feeling bad. You're feeling like this. You know what? We're taking you home. And she lasted 2-3 weeks in the bed, basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and it's a sensitive topic, but at the end of the day, it's the truth.
You got to talk about it.
You
man.
have
People
to talk about it.
know.
Reason
It's real.
why is because, like, I'm in the business, so I know what happens. But
Do you warn people about that?
of course, every single time, man, every single time, because not everybody likes my companionship.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not everybody wants me to be close to them.
Yeah.
So when I'm like, all right, go to this club, go to this, but if somebody's coming up to you, and it's especially a woman or a guy, and be like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
Touching you, like, watch out, please. Like, cover your drink.
You
With
do that. You do
yes,
that.
I do
Yeah,
that. Even me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, if I'm with my boys going to the club, I'm like, look, watch out for my drink. I don't want nothing
Yeah.
to happen because it's a very serious thing.
Do you know what I did, man? For a very long time, and I still do it sometimes now, depending on where I am. If I don't like to hold my glass the whole time or my bottle,
Exactly.
and I take a business card and I literally put the business card on top
On
of my
top
drink.
of it.
I do that because if I look around, I see the business card's gone, or I come back and my business card's gone, because sometimes you just drink a little too much or whatever.
Yes.
But you know when you take a business card and
you
put it
put
on
it
there.
on there, yeah.
And I'm like, well, unless they're trying to like sneak in here and like put
Yeah,
something into
yeah.
your glass, you know it's there. And I did that for many years here because I was just so freaked out
Of
after I
course.
met 2 or 3 people that happened to.
Right.
And it's just something that you can't control, but you can prevent.
Yeah.
So, like, I put a napkin.
Yeah.
I put a napkin
Yeah,
on top.
napkin's great.
And I put a straw so it doesn't blow out.
Right.
Right? And if I don't see the napkin, I don't want to drink anymore.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Because there's
Very
no
smart.
reason that somebody should grab my napkin,
Yeah.
knowing that the napkins are right next to you.
Yeah.
Same thing with the straw.
Unless they wanted to blow their nose and it was an emergency, obviously.
I just chug nonstop.
You just never give up
I
a
will
chance.
not put the glass down. Yeah, don't give him a chance. Don't give him a chance.
So, like, at the end of the day, what I would say is that, you know what? Same thing.
Are you still living in Guajawal?
Hell yeah.
Still the same place you moved to when you first came?
First day.
And
Guayabal.
Let's go. Guayabal, Guayabal.
Cheers.
And so, and how do you feel living in Guayabal, safety wise? As el gringo in Guayabal.
To be honest, man, I live in the ghetto and I feel great.
Why is that? Why do you feel great living in the ghetto?
Because people know me and I know the people that know me. So like if I'm gonna go, I'll be like, hey, ¿qué más parcero? You don't know, or
Yeah.
like, yo, what's up, my dude? How you doing? And you know, like I talk a lot. I talk to a lot of people. I like knowing like how you doing in
Yeah.
life. How you doing? Like, all right, how's your mom? How's your dad? I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So people feel that energy, and when they feel that energy, they're
Yeah.
like, you know what?
It's reciprocal. But you ever feel like somebody could come up to you and be like, "Give me your goddamn
Your bracelet.
I know you
got a
ride
scooter,
you ride
anything.
a scooter, like
ride in there"?
No, not anymore. I ride another bike. But it's the same thing. Like you
Here,
can't.
hook
You
me
gotta
up,
be.
bro.
You
You're not
gotta
up
be.
in here trying to ride and drive or drive and what is it? Drink and
Drink and ride?
No, ride and drink.
No,
drink
he's
and
not.
Ride. Drink and ride. That's
Yo,
what don't be drinking and riding on this show.
So Sam, okay, so you live in Guayabal. You
Yes.
still live with your dad?
Yes, but I'm gonna be moving out soon because me and my dad are building a like a fourth floor because where we live, it's all family based, right? Like first, second, and third floor.
Yeah.
It's all family.
It's all family. So we're building a fourth, right? And the
Oh,
for
you
the,
saw that? Is that why you laughed?
man, let's cut it short. We just opened the new bottle.
And Andrew poured his
Like half
first
the
shot
bottle
onto
in
the
there.
table.
Andrew just
Not
poured a
really.
new bottle.
he threw you off your story. You're on a
So,
deep story. Okay,
Yo,
go ahead.
and so cutting back, it's we're
soft
building a
girl.
fourth floor, and like I really appreciate my dad what he did to me.
Yeah.
So what I plan to do is paying for my dad's retirement.
Okay, sweet.
Yo, word
So
up.
yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
congrats,
like
bro.
reason
So you
why.
want to move to pay, or what?
No,
what does that
the main
entail?
thing, like we're building the fourth floor. So
Yeah.
the main thing is like I'm gonna move to the fourth floor.
Okay.
Right, and when I'm gonna move to the floor, I gotta pay rent.
Okay.
But the thing is that the rent's gonna go to him.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's what I
Well,
want.
you're paying him the rent. Okay,
Exactly.
cool.
So
Good
that's
for you.
money to him, and I'll
Okay.
pay his services.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, like, hey, my dad tells me, like, Samu or Samuel, I need, I don't have like toilet paper. I don't have juice.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I got you.
Your dad's like 35 now, isn't he?
Hell no, my dad's old, man.
Oh, okay.
My dad is I.
You better not call my goddamn age on this show and say my dad's old.
Nah,
You
man,
call
man.
my-
To be honest, my dad is from 58, I believe, 58 or 57.
Oh, he's like Andrew's age.
So,
with young guns out
So
here.
basically in the 80s,
57,
he
that's
was
crazy.
he was 20, like 20.
Wow.
So he lived the life. He lived the Pablo Escobar era.
So your dad is like nearly in my dad's age. That's
I believe
crazy.
so.
Yeah,
I believe
that's-
so.
yeah, my dad's
Reason
just-
why
just
is because
one-
my
one
brother
decade
is 11
before.
years older than me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
why.
you were like
I'm a young.
you're the baby of the family.
Exactly. I'm
I
the
see.
baby of the family.
My brothers are 11 years younger than me too. Yeah.
So
Yeah, same with my
it's-
brother.
It's kind of like the same thing. It's kind of like the same.
Yeah.
Is that the when the pill came out? Maybe all these dads just suddenly started popping out babies, getting boners. Maybe the blue pill came out around when all that.
I would say it was the Viagra.
It's probably the Viagra, right?
It gotta be.
Yo,
that.
but my dad, if you watching this shit, I was 11 years old. My dad pumped out 3 more. I don't know how all of a sudden he became the Rocket Man and pumped out 3 more. And I got
It's
3 brothers. No, seriously, man.
Everybody-
Hey, firstly, by the way, my family, if you're watching, my dad, if you're watching this episode, my aunt, thank you for my Christmas present. You see,
Oh,
I
that's
wore
nice.
it on the show.
It is looking nice. It does look
like
nice.
It's a nice shirt. It's a nice
but
shirt.
the only thing is I didn't know if it was the inside out or whatever, but it's really creative. Thank you, Desigual. Thanks, Tia.
Gracias, tía. La queremos
Yeah.
mucho.
So obviously, apart from work and your family, obviously you spend a lot of time, seems like, with your family and obviously working.
Yes.
Well, actually, before we leave the working tip, you work for this company, right?
Yes.
And I'm assuming that since you're like a concierge, people give you tips, right?
Of course.
So you're making pretty good money.
Man, at the end of the day, like they're giving the tips in dollars.
Right.
And
yeah,
just
girl.
exchanging it is just like the relief. That's why, because I already have like a commission, right?
Right.
And having them like a tip, what I do is with that tip money, I pay all my bills. That's what I do.
Right.
Okay.
With all the tip money, I pay my bills. And with the money coming in, I just save it up.
Nice, man.
So
That's what I do.
So do you have like a convenio or like a partnership with, like, for example, let's say like one of the top clubs and say, hey, yo, I'm gonna bring in 20 guys or 8 guys here. Can I
Kickbacks,
get a
yeah.
little kickback?
Some clubs, not all.
Not all? Okay.
They don't do that. You know what? Just wait. Man, some of the most money I've made ever was from that in Mexico.
Yes.
Because when tourism picks up in a place, listen.
It explodes. It explodes.
No, but not just that. It's like if you have, you know how Colombia is. If you put a barbershop here, tomorrow there's going to be 5 barbershops beside you. If you start an ATV tour and it's successful, like a off-road tour,
Yep.
you're going to have 6 ATV tours beside you.
Exactly.
Then what happens when the tourists come is that they're like,
They
"Fuck,
want a referral.
we want you." Good. So man, in Cabo San Lucas, in Mexico, an ATV tour, if the person bought it from a regular representative,
Yep.
was $50 US. And they'd come to me and they'd be like, "Listen, Joel, sell it for 25. Your commission's 25."
Exactly.
And what would happen is the group comes in and there's 16 people in the one day paying you that.
and you-
yeah, but that's gonna. I called this years ago. That shit's gonna happen here. Now there's like tourists. There's down by Happy Buddha in Provenza and stuff. There's this little like what do you call it? Not like a crate they set up there, and it's like they're selling tours out of there. There's tours out of every hostel. There's tours everywhere. When we came here, there was no tour.
Right, there was
you
no
can get a
tours,
tour to Guatape.
Yes.
Now it's like everywhere. So hold out, man. Like make those
It's
contacts.
more.
man.
It's more exactly. It's more that referral, that like person to person
Right.
experience.
Any
Yeah.
restaurant tips at all? Do people
Of course, yes.
Okay,
I
cool.
have some restaurant tips. It's just that referral, like, you know
What's
what,
the number one restaurant you take people to there, Sammy?
man. For me, best restaurant, like food wise, of my personal like gustos
Yeah,
or like
your
personal,
preference,
like I like it brutal.
Brutal.
Brutal Steakhouse.
That's in
Brutal.
That's
Provenza, right?
no. That's near Milla de Oro.
Oh, okay.
Right next to Starbucks.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I
That
remember.
restaurant, man.
Did you mean Estarba?
Estaba.
Estaba?
Yes. I mean, oui, oui. Estaba.
Estarba.
Yo, but that restaurant, like, if you guys want to go, that restaurant is delicious.
Brutal.
Their maracuya shots are really good.
You been there?
Yeah.
That restaurant is phenomenal.
Maracuya shot.
It's not pricey, but if you want a good meal, the price.
What's your
is right.
favorite dish on there? Tell the people. What would you recommend them to order?
Man, I will recommend getting some little corn, a little salad, and a big ass fucking steak.
A little corn,
A little salad,
and a
big ass
Fucking
steak.
steak.
Yeah.
That's what you need to get.
What about for a vegan?
Don't go there.
I don't. That's the thing. That's the thing. The vegan
You
menu.
never had no vegan or vegetarian?
No. Yeah, of course. That, you know what? To be honest, when we have vegan, like, vegan is our most, like, vegano. That's our most complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Client
because
ever.
you got to take them to the male strip club.
No, not. It's
Okay, wait. I need to.
it's food wise. It's food wise.
You gotta take them to the strip club with no meat. Yo,
Like,
wait. Firstly,
strip club
I gotta
with
take. Wait, I'm in the middle of this shit, and I'm all. I got trapped with my own bracelet.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Max. That's Max's doing.
The anchor got stuck
Remember
into
Max?
my jeans.
Yeah, of
And I
Max
can't
gave him
even
that
come out
thing
of
and it got stuck
What
on
the
him.
hell, Max? What is this up? Oh, thanks.
All right,
Max.
so your Brutal is the place to go. You would think that's a good place to take a girl, like if you're on a date.
Oh, definitely.
All right,
Definitely.
Where
what
do you go
about
party?
Yeah, what best
Me?
club? Yeah, well,
Yeah,
let's
you
say
gotta
all right.
yeah.
Let's say you and your boys. Now I'm not talking about like the people that you got to take on
The clients.
on the thing.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
take
Just
them to
me,
get
just
out.
me, just me.
you, your boys from the hood, and
Sammy Davis,
All right,
motherfucking Junior
Nah,
on the town.
it's like this. It's Sammy Sambugo, talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you wrote that down in a little book.
and if you
you
talk to me
right.
twice, wait,
If you talk to me twice, you talking me nice.
yeah,
All right?
that's what I'm saying.
So no, man. To be honest, if I want to go to a club, I don't grab a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I just grab. Yo, you want to go drinking? Yes. All right. We're gonna have a good time, but you're gonna be spending money. Like what? Money wise, is like $100 max.
Who's you? You talking about the person you're going with? Or
Yeah, you
Yes,
and your
I
friends.
only invite certain amount of people, like
Okay.
2 or 3, so we
Okay.
can be 4.
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't want double digits. I don't want like more like
Double digits. God damn, growing up with 12 people in the club.
like that can
Yeah,
happen.
some people-
how many
Yeah.
of you are there? 17.
But the thing
Yeah.
is that can happen. That
Yeah,
can
it can
happen.
happen, it can
So like my go-to guy to go to the club in Jonathan. You Andrew knows him.
Yeah.
I'll present to you
Yeah, yeah.
to him
The big
soon.
John,
He's
yeah.
from Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
And he works with me and he's a cool guy. But when we go clubbing, to be honest, man, we go clubbing, but we go to dance.
Okay, yeah.
Like we want like sabrosura. We want that, like that
Yeah.
booty. We want to dance. We want to.
So in English, sabrosura means booty. That
No.
booty?
Sabrosura, I would say like the translation is kind of like
flow.
the flow.
flow,
Like
yeah.
like you're having a good time, man. You're not gonna go and like be stocked up with drink in your
Yeah,
hand
yeah,
like
I
this.
agree with
Nah,
you.
you're
I
gonna
agree
go.
with you.
You're gonna go. We're gonna have a little bottle. We drink and we offer the bottle to girls. We don't
Yeah.
offer the bottles to no guys.
Yeah.
We go to the girls and like, how you doing? I'm Sam. I'm Jonathan. You want a drink? Yes,
Yeah.
I want a drink. All right, golazo. When we say golazo,
You
when we-
scored a goal.
exactly.
No,
And
not
the thing-
only a goal, but you scored a golazo. A
You
golazo
saw-
is just is different than a normal goal.
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah.
can score a goal.
It's like
not everybody
it's
can
like a bicycle
so,
kick.
so you guys understand me? Like, all right, she's accepting it. She knows who I am. So
Yeah.
let's start dancing. Let's
Yeah.
start interacting. That's
Yeah.
what I like.
Okay.
I want to grab like if I can grab you two guys and we
Yeah.
go to a club. I assure you, you'll have a fun time.
Let's do
I
it.
know that.
Let's do it then.
Because where I usually go, like if I want to have a good time, I'll go to La Chula.
Yeah,
Right?
up in Las Palmas.
Exactly. La Chula. I will go to Perro Negro, Provenza. And that's it. Like those are my two main clubs that I will go to.
All right, so before we sign off here on another successful episode of the Medellin podcast,
Thank you for having me.
yeah, it's been awesome because like some of the other guests that we've had, I've known Sam for like 6 years now, but I've never actually really sat down and talked to him about his life, about where he comes from, his whole story about being deported and then living with his dad, you know, your connection with your dad. That's a really big thing. So like if other guys out, because I know that there are other, because I've met them, there are other people here in Medellin
Yes.
or maybe in Colombia that have been deported, that have that feel like their life has crumbled and that shit is not good because they got deported. You've obviously turned that around and
Yes.
turned it into a positive.
Yes.
Obviously, you've got a great life here. You've got a great job. You're supporting your family too. What would your advice to that type of person be?
I would say, man, to be yourself and know your how can I say, know your like strength and weaknesses.
Okay.
Because my strength, I would say, was English, and that's why my English brought me this way. But let's say like your strength is like in financial, or your strength is coming to people and showing them like a good time. Use that strength and make your weaknesses look like they're nothing.
Right. So,
Reason why is because like, all right, I have a past, but I suppress that past. I leave that in the past.
Right.
I'm in the now, and I want a future. So what I would say is that, you know what? Whatever you got behind you, leave it behind and go for what you really desire.
Good
Right.
stuff.
I heard that.
I like that.
I heard that. Yeah. So like I was saying, you took your strengths and turned your negative into a positive.
Exactly.
So for those of you guys that are listening that maybe have been deported, whether you're in Colombia or in another country and watching this, it's not the end of the world.
No.
It's not the end of the world. You could thrive.
Of course, man. It's just the background that you have.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, all right, let's say I'm deported, and I say it proudly, and I say it like nothing happened. Why? Because I'm a stable person, I'm a stable man, and I say deportation made me the man that I am today.
Right.
That's it. Reason why, leave that in the past. Don't worry about it, man, because shit happens in life, but you got to find a way to go through it and make yourself a better man.
And do you have any hate towards the U.S. for doing this to you?
Not at all. Not at all. Because
Good man,
it's
good man.
it's just that the US, let's say they're doing the job.
Yeah.
Right? Like, all right, I'm a legal immigrant. I know my error. I stayed more than the permit.
Right.
What can I do? I go
gotta
to where
leave.
you're from. Go
Right.
to where your roots are.
I just hope they won't deport me from Colombia, because I don't know what the hell I would do. Deport my ass back to Canada, that cold ass place. I'm like, no, I'm
No, I gotta stay here. I gotta stay.
you gotta
But
stay
to be
here.
honest, man, Medellin is a wonderful city, man. I don't know that
Es
much
una
cities, but Medellin, ay Maria Papi, es una chimba.
So that means you're a Celtics fan.
Yes.
You know I'm a Lakers fan.
I know that. Yeah.
Ride or die.
Ride or die. And same thing with me, man. Celtics all day, every day.
Lakers
We the
all
North.
day, every day.
And you the North.
We the North.
All right.
Hey,
Y'all know what that means.
yo, it's like the first in I think
Ever.
No, wait. There was a time when the Lakers, the Celtics, and the Raptors actually made the playoffs.
At the same
In the
time?
past, yeah, in the past, there was.
It had to be in 98. It had to be in
Yeah,
98.
it was. But
Carter
now,
Exactly.
this year, again, Lakers,
It's gonna
Raptors,
happen.
and the
Wow.
Celtics.
They're
make
all
the
top
playoffs.
3 in the league.
We
Yeah.
will see each other with our jerseys.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. All right.
Finally got my jersey after I finally
Amen.
grown up.
Amen. But sorry to interrupt, but I just want to appreciate Felipe. I want to appreciate Felipe. I want to appreciate
on.
Andrew. I want to appreciate Joel for coming out because, like I said to Andrew and Joel, it's a nice thing what you guys are doing. So it's good to be
And
productive.
just to correct what he just said, in case if any of you are thinking, Andrew and I are both heterosexual males. He just wanted to thank both of us for coming out
To the podcast.
To the
To the
podcast.
podcast,
He never
to the
finished
podcast.
it with the podcast. In case we start to get fan mail that we really can't
Alright, if you
fully
guys wanna-
appreciate. We can't fully appreciate.
No.
I will-
Send the
Yeah.
fan
Send-
mail.
I
Send the
welcome
fan
any.
mails.
You
Send
know,
the fan
I
mails.
don't shy away from that.
So
No, but likewise, I'd like to thank you for being on, man. You know, you've been a supporter since the beginning,
Yes.
and definitely wanted you on. I'm glad I had you on, or we had you on. And
Yes,
we
thank
learned
you, thank
about
you.
your life, and I know that you're going to be even more successful. And anything that we could do to help you, you know, we're just a freaking.
We're all
text
family.
away.
We're all family, man. We're all
a
family.
WhatsAppazo away.
WhatsApp paso. I call it los timbres.
Los timbres.
Me está mandando los WhatsApps del estómago because I'm hungry. So I want to do more.
Nice, man.
But thank you, Joel. I just want to do a shout out to Andrew, Joel, Felipe, to me also for Golden Smiles on Instagram.
Golden Smiles.
Yes, sir. Golden Smiles. And for Beto Travel. You know you got to show love
But you
to
have
everybody.
whitish teeth. You ain't that golden ass teeth. You got no.
It doesn't matter, but
you got no
gold
yellow
teeth.
teeth. You need some gold teeth.
Don't worry, man. You get
It's
those.
coming. They're coming.
Yeah, I'm going to get some grills.
What?
Yes. I'm going to get some bottom grill. I'll be like this.
Really?
Yes.
You want bottom grills?
Yes. I don't want no
This is some
tooth. I
ridiculous ass shit.
want bottom
You know you're
grills.
getting old when
Why
you
do
think
you
that's
want bottom
ridiculous.
grills, Sam?
Because they're not too obvious.
Yo, how about you buy yourself a nice apartment with that money? You don't need
Bottom
no
grills. What the fuck are we talking? Bottom grills. I know beer grills.
Nah. You gotta talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all.
Listen to me, Sam. I'll talk to you nice right now. If I came in on the podcast one day and I went, "Hey, Andrew,
I'd be like,
bottom
what the-
grills," I think I'd firstly probably get a slap, and then secondly,
Go
you know,
take that shit back.
No.
No.
Bottom grills.
No, but you gotta do what makes you happy.
do what makes you happy.
Yo, you can find the Medellin podcast on any podcast.
on Instagram, on Spotify, and anything, man.
Spotify,
YouTube.
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook,
Spreaker,
iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, all them shits. We love you guys.
On your mama's podcast.
Just show some love,
Yeah,
because
show
we
some
love you. We love you.
And if you want to show some hate too. You know, we love any type of attention. That's why we do it. We do it
And
for the
show your
attention.
titties, male or female. Male or female.
Don't
or
forget it.
any
Don't
of the
forget
other
it.
75 sexes that exist in this world.
Yeah. we're
Peace
good.
out.
Yeah.
Peace
Episode
out.
22.
Yo, cheers.
Amen. Take care.
Yo, cheers.
Cheers up. Cheers
Yo,
up
thank
to
you.
a wonderful
Yeah.
episode.
Thank you.
You're welcome.